Hello viewers, welcome to YouTube channel Lex Consilium Foundation and the playlist Going Strong. Today, very illustrious guest, illustrious because he himself is illustrious and the army unit to which he belongs is also something extraordinary. Our guest today is Colonel Ram Swarup Singh. He is the Sword of Honor winner from 37th Indian Military Academy Regular Course. He had passed out in 1966 on 15th of June, and that was the year 66 early January or late December 65 that I had joined the NDA. So he is clear 4 years senior to me. He was commissioned into the 1st Sikh, which later became 4 Mechanized Infantry. Now, I said that this unit is illustrious. It's a prestigious unit because it is one of the most decorated units of Indian Army, and that is borne out by the fact that it has got a Victoria Cross, 2 Paramveer Chakras, 5 Mahavir Chakra and 26 Veer Chakra. There are not very many units in this large Indian army that can boast of such outstanding feat. During the 71 war, we are going to talk about the prisoners of war camp. The unit, 1st Sikh, was mechanized and it was part of the 1st Armored Div. And it is something very interesting that his division to which he belonged, the 4th Mech Infantry, was near Maloat Kotkapura, and that's very much there where my regiment was there near Maloat Kotkapura. We were in Fazilka, Ganganagar, and that was a medium regiment, the only medium regiment in that entire desert during the 71 war. After the war, his posting had come. He was slated to go to Indian Military Academy as instructor class C, but as the luck would have it, that was changed to 37 prisoner of war camp located at Allahabad, and we are talking about March 1972. We will talk about the prisoner of war camp, उसके बारे में अभी बात करेंगे, लेकिन ये बताना भी ज़रूरी है कि ये कर्नल राम स्वरूप सिंह बास्केटबॉल में राष्ट्रीय स्तर तक खेले हैं और रिटायरमेंट के बाद अब ये पठानकोट में हैं, वहाँ मौजूद हैं जहाँ मेरी बातचीत हो रही है, और इनको श्रेय मिलता है 4 सीनियर सेकेंडरी स्कूल्स को ये मैनेज कर रहे हैं और इनकी सहायता के लिए कुछ और वेटरन्स इनके साथ। आपका स्वागत है कर्नल आर एस सिंह। और अब मैं आपको ले जाता हूँ 1972 में, जबकि इलाहाबाद में आप 37 PW कैंप में पोस्टेड हुए और वहां पहुंचे। अब वहां क्या था, क्या मजारा था, क्या आपने देखा, क्या आपकी जिम्मेदारी थी, इसके बारे में जो कुछ आप हमारे व्यूअर्स को बताना चाहते हैं बताएं।
Thank you, Janal. You had transported me 55 years back to 37 Indo War camp at Allahabad. In soldiering profession, there are 2 lives. One is as a soldier and the second is prisoner of war. The second life of a soldier is prisoner of war. Out of these 2, the life is depends on only one factor, that is survival of the fittest. In 1971, our senior officers, our journals, they planned and they conducted and they captured 95, nearly 1,000 prisoners of war. This is in our history, is a golden chapter and unparalleled, converting East Pakistan into Bangladesh in just 13 days war and transporting them safely and quickly by land, air, water to places in Madhya Pradesh and adjoining states. And senior general, they planned it in a way that we do not find such planning of that nature. Had their stay been delayed in Bangladesh, the Bangladeshi would have skinned them off and eaten them up because of their past bad deeds and war crimes. In 1971, my battalion was in Jhansi. We were in a 1 hour division and we were just in the process of mechanization. know that just before 1971, 7 battalions of the Indian Army, they were converted. They were mechanized, and First Sikh was one of them. Just before the war, we under 1 Armored Division moved to, as you said, Kotkapura and the Maloat area, just as one can say the Army Reserve. During the war, my actually posting had come. It was cancelled, but after the war, my posting to 37 PW camp came as 2IC of the camp. I reported there in the second week of March 1971. There, I met the camp commandant, Lieutenant Colonel Pereira, Adjutant Captain Surendra, and Quartermaster Captain B.V. Singh, SL commissioned officer. My job over there was as security, mainly security and supervision of other operations. But before I went there, I didn't know much about the functioning in the POW camp. Members used to come from International Committee of Red Cross, and they used to talk about Geneva Convention, which as a young captain, I didn't know ABC of that. So accordingly for other captains also, a lecture was organized. Then we learned something about the Geneva Convention. After 1949, League of Nations, they signed 4 treaties, and the one treaty pertains to wounded soldier of army, and second one was sailors, and third one is the one we are going to talk about, was the PW, the prisoner of war, and the fourth convention was pertained to civilians. And that's why members from the International Committee on Red Cross, they used to come and visit us and used to ensure whatever is laid down there, it is implemented by all officers and JCOs that we were looking after the camp. It is only there I learned it was not only 37 PW camp. In that camp, the location, we were at this place, Prayagraj, 35 PW camp, 36, 37 and 38. And mainly in those camps, we had, sailors, Navy people. They were there, and 38 camp, we had officers housed in that camp. Then in addition to that, because the huge force, 90,000 PWs, they were also located at 14 places in Madhya Pradesh and adjoining states and all. And in each camp, there were about 6,000 to 7,000 prisoners in each camp. In camp is sub-camp.
Okay.
In each, they were in Allahabad, there were 6,000 to 7,000 because there were 4 sub-camps, 35, 36, 37, 38. About 8 to it was 900 something.
Okay.
Like that. 1 battalion strength, one can say. So they were there. And hats off to then, General P.C. Bhagat, Victoria Cross. He was actually in charge of all PW, this operation. And the area commander, if I am wrong, was General Shwek. He visited also twice. He was Mukti Bani, well-known general.
Yes.
He also visited twice our camp, and just to see what is going on there. Now, basically in camp, our duties were of the administrative nature. For example, as far as the accommodation was concerned, they were already there when I reached. They were already there. What they have done, they have vacated the army barracks and they were housed in those barracks and all. Additional security arrangements, they were being prepared. For example, perimeter fences, additional fence and security posts and lighting arrangement and all. It was being done even when I reached in March 72. And as far as their clothing is concerned, they were entitled to all the facilities of provision which is entitled to army, Jawan. For example, Angola shirt, I found they were in Angola shirt, jackets and all. They were okay. And they were also in possession of 3 blankets, and small, mattress and all. And some people also had quilt also in our camp. Now, what it involved, for example, food part. We had in our camp 3 langars. The langar, we used to supply them, the quartermaster, dry ration, which is entitled to our Jawan. Same scale we used to supply, but their cook used to cook, and even service also. They used to manage the PW. Of course, we didn't have that much strength. They were doing themselves. Tea also we used to provide, and we did not have any problem, because later I heard that meat sometimes meat was also given to them, that they want a halal meat, not other type of meat. That sort of thing problem I didn't hear in our camp and all. The members from international, the Red Cross committee, they used to visit. They used to tell them. So as far as the meat is concerned, that is being slaughtered and halal. So do you have any doubt as far as this aspect is concerned? But I know it. In a certain camp, there were certain problems and all. They raised the issue. But in our camp, we didn't have this problem. Then come canteen services and all. We had CHD canteen established at two places in our camp. And their requirement used to be normal. They used to smoke BD. BD is cigarette and all. BD, cigarette, and some biscuit and all. And toothpaste like that, the item they used to buy. And in order to, money, we used to give in token forms, the camp token form. And I remember a boy used to get, I think, $12, and all the 20, and JCO about $30-$35, like that. And that is as per the order, as per the instruction given by the international committee. So this money is required to be given, and we used to give that in token form, not in currency. Then is then again we got an order that as far as their prayers are concerned, we should earmark some place. Earlier we didn't have. It was done sometime in the month of, I think, June or something and all. So we didn't have sufficient space. What to do? So what we did was, one of the room we vacated, and we said, all right, you can have the prayer, individual prayer in that. Friday, they used to have a prayer outside, not inside. If it is raining, then of course inside veranda, and they used to have it. But I found not all of them that keen. That 5 times a prayer or 7 times a prayer a day, they were not that keen. I think this sort of what we hear now, or even later also, it was due to General Zia ul Haq culture. That time it was not that much witness. No, General Zia, that what he did was that when he came, he changed the total strategic culture of Pakistan army. And General Zia's philosophy was, I remember, he used to say that a Muslim cannot become a professional soldier unless he becomes a true soldier of Allah. He used to say that. And it is because of that, I know, it is because of that, he knew it fully well, that is not possible to, defeat Indian army conventionally. So best way is this, go for 1,000 cut policy that we hear every third day here. And that's what, you remember, they haven't following this. Even present Field Marshal Munir is doing, all at it. They're still following that. And from that day onwards, we also hear Pakistan soldier became Mazhab da Shaheed, Desh da Shaheed. The two terminology used there in Pakistan during Zia ul Haq's time. So they work on that. But at that time, what I am saying, because I've seen that time also and this time also, this sort of thing as far as prayer is concerned, I didn't find there so much religious about that point. Then come the medical. Medical, of course, daily we used to have about platoon strength. Less than 20 to 30 people we used to have. And the drill was very simple. That is, after breakfast, a party of 3 people, they used to take them in a vehicle. A central MI room was established.
Okay.
Central MI room. So they used to go to central MI room, and from their serious cases requiring this thing, specialist attention. Then from there they used to be taken to the responsibility of central MI room to the military hospital. I remember there were 2 cases. One guy stayed in the MS for nearly 3 months. And other guy came back after 1.5 months. I know that it happened during my time.
Okay.
I saw this thing. Hussein, if I remember correct. We didn't have any problem as far as this side is concerned. The key question was security. It was security because the news were coming. Some, escape efforts and all made and caught in other camps and all. But somehow that fear was also in our camp. But anyhow, what we did was, and this perspective was in other camps too. So let us, as the saying goes, an idle mind is devil's workshop. So how to keep them, busy mentally, physically, since morning till evening. So then we had a very tight schedule for them. That in the morning, I remember the adjutant, they were JCO, used to call whistle man. So in the morning, 5:30, they used to go and whistle, and people used to get up. Then 6:30 used to be roll call, or we can call it, head count.
Okay.
We used to head count or roll call, and we used to count all everybody is intact. And then thereafter, from 6:30 to 7:30, that's a 1 hour time, it used to be a PT. And their own people used to conduct the PT and all. They used to conduct, not our Johnson, they used to conduct. And then 7:30, and then 8 to 9, it was the breakfast. And after breakfast, 9 o'clock, then various parties used to go either for a working party. Working party were required. The dry stuff was coming, dry ration was coming, loading, unloading, canteen stuff was coming. That again were loading and unloading. The working party within the campus and even outside also. And not only, I was also surprised that even their senior officers were, authorized the orderlies. Senior officer, so we used to send also a few guys for that purpose also. So quite a lot of people used to move out. 11 something. And rest, we used to use them inside only for cleaning and clearance purposes and all. They used to be there inside. Then lunch, it was organized between, that 1 o'clock lunch होता था वहाँ पर. और वो lunch करने के बाद 1 से 2 बजे तक, and then rest. Then game. We found it's better to keep them busy in game. We had luckily in our area there 3 or 4 volleyball grounds. There were no problem. And the basketball grounds we had. So we used to make them either sit, either play or watch. I had to bring out here, since I had played in my young day, I was young basketball. So what natural for me, there were 2-3, one JCO and all that, 3-4 people very good at basketball.
Okay.
So sometimes, I also sometimes used to go. And over a period of time, they became my contact point also. During discussion with them, I just asked them one question. Listen, they were tunneling escape attempt. It had happened then. With camp people, we used to get news also. And they knew it. They also knew it. But where is the need to follow this route? A very risky route. If you get caught, you get killed. Where is the need? उनका बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग जो कहते थे, सर जो कर रहे हैं ये बड़ी बेवकूफ़ी कर रहे हैं. मैं क्यों भाई? कहते ये करना था तो बांग्लादेश में क्यों नहीं किया? वहाँ से यहाँ पर क्यों आ गए? उधर क्यों नहीं किया? वहाँ से इजिली एस्केप रूट थे, यहाँ पर आ गए. यहाँ से क्यों कर रहे हैं? By that time, Shimla agreement had been signed. That is on, I believe, 2nd July or some 1972. July 72, Shimla agreement was signed. So we know it. That we are not going to stay longer. We are going to go back. So where is the need to follow this risky route? You are right. And it says, करेंगे तो भुगतेंगे. Normal, that sort of thing and all. But they were good people and all. Secondly, I found the people who got indulged in sort of thing. 38 POW camp, we had young officers. They also made an attempt. Though it was not made an attempt, but they were caught. So anyway, that side. Then comes as far our area concerned, we were on your toes. So what we did was, that's one. Then I introduced वहाँ पर दरबार. Colonel Preda used to take दरबार once a month.
Okay.
और मैं एक हफ्ते में एक बार मैं दरबार लेता. एडजुटेंट क्वार्टर मास्टर हर रोज घूमते रहते थे. दरबार के बीच में जब मैं गया तो मैंने उनको 3 चीजें बताई. मैंने कहा देखो भाई, इफ यू फॉलो द camp rule, we will treat you like a soldier. If you don't, we will treat you like prisoner of war. Second point, your families are waiting for you at home. And third point, we are not interested to keep you here a day longer as our guest. मैं आपका कोई सवाल है? कहते नहीं. I called her दरबार and it worked. और मैंने वही बता देता था उनको, मैं फर्स्ट सिक्का हूँ. I used to tell, मैं फर्स्ट सिक्का हूँ. Because we were the first one to land in J&K.
Yes.
We were first one to land on 27 October 1947. And we fought 65 war also.
Yes.
So I used to tell proudly, मैं फर्स्ट सिक्का हूँ, तो जो मैं कहता हूँ मैं करता हूँ. Liked it. He said, sir, हम नहीं ऐसा काम करेंगे. अब ये देख लो. But anyhow, क्या करते थे हम, निर्वाह किया, उसके बाद वीकली हम क्या करते थे, उनका जो बैरक थी, बैरक को उसको वॉशिंग करवा के उनका जो बेड थे वो बरामदे में रख लेते थे। ये हमारे एनसी वो करवाते थे, और फिर मैं भी चक्कर लगा लेता, ये लुक फॉर एनी डिगिंग समथिंग, वाटर सीपेज एंड ऑल, तो हम वो देख लेते। देन बाथरूम को आई वाज वेरी लिटिल केयरफुल, आई यूज्ड टू विजिट।
ओके।
ये नहीं क्या करते थे, पानी की प्रॉब्लम होती थी तो नल से लगे हुए, नल के भीतर ड्रम रहता पानी स्टोर करने के लिए, ड्रम ऊपर है, नीचे जो स्टोन स्लैब होती थी, जो हुआ वो ऐसे ही हुआ, तो निकाल लेते, बीच में रख देते और डिगिंग करते रहते, रात को डिगिंग कर सकते हैं। तो वो आई यूज्ड टू बी ऑन द लुक आउट फॉर दैट, एंड प्लस टेम्परिंग ऑफ fencing. वो थोड़ा अच्छा ले, but this was not possible because sentries were there at every 100 yards. It was not possible just to tamper daytime.
Observation tower भी था।
हाँ, टावर थे at every 100 yards. अब रात को थोड़ा you know that थोड़ा मुश्किल हो जाता है। जो काम करने वाले हैं बैरक के अंदर कर सकते हैं, बाथरूम में कर सकते हैं, outside it's a well lit, so not that easy to come out and do something tampering. Yes. It's not that easy. And ये उनका हमें सिक्योरिटी, हमने वो उनको वो चेक करते, दो इट वर नॉट अप्रिशिएटेड कि हम जब उनको वॉशिंग करवाते थे तो, बट वी सेड नथिंग, यू हैव टू, इट इज अ ड्रिल, यू हैव टू फॉलो इट। एंड आई थिंक क्वाइट अ फ्यू कैंप थे, they used to resort to this sort of practice. I'm of the view, as far as the escape attempts are concerned, especially in 1971, I don't know, should I blame our own people? How is it possible? The people, they are digging in the bathroom and they're spreading that loose soil there in the open area, and it is possible because the area was not a complete piece of flat, it was not tarmac, there were some depressions and all, there were some khaddas and all, तो वहां पर कर सकते थे, चाहे वो टॉन पॉकेट इस्तेमाल करते थे या डांगरी इस्तेमाल करते थे, दैट माइनर करते थे वो। लेकिन how it is possible to go 40 meter outside and then come out? I somehow, I don't know. Difficult to believe. Difficult to believe. See, एक मैं बात और भी बताना चाहता हूँ। हाँ, हम जब वहां पर गए हैं, हमारे own staff and all, there was a big question. When you go inside, will you take your weapon with you? In case they catch hold of the weapon, तो क्या होगा? ये भी बातें होती थी। तो जिस कैंप में ये बातें होती हैं, as far as the guard is concerned, that should be at the gate. As you go inside like a commander, you go inside like an officer. So you command them, you play with them, and you talk to them, and they are with you. Because I found the soldiers and all, I didn't find too many indisciplined cases there. They were like soldiers and all. And in the heart of heart, it is also a fact that they liked Indian officers, because as far as Pak officers are concerned, their behavior, their conduct with them was little bossy, like aristocrat. Unlike Indian officers, they respected.
Yes.
They used to openly say, "Sir, मैं आपकी बात नहीं करता, मैं 65 की बात करता हूँ। हमने उनके 5-7 POW पकड़े हैं, तो हमारे ऑफिसर, मैं तो ज्वाइन नहीं किया, ज्वाइन द बटालियन लिटिल लेट, आई वेंट देयर 1965। वो कहते थे कि सर, अगर आप जैसे हमारे ऑफिसर हो तो हम किसी से काम नहीं है।
बिल्कुल सही बात है। ये बताइए कि मार्च 72 में आप वहाँ पोस्ट हुए। मार्च 72 कब तक रहे वहां पर आप? मेरा
जनवरी में पोस्टिंग केम टू IMA एज क्लास इंस्ट्रक्टर क्लास C।
जनवरी 73 में
आई लेफ्ट एंड फरवरी, तो आई ज्वाइन 3rd और 4th मार्च 73 IMA, just before the course start.
तो आपके टाइम तक वो कैंप चल रहा था?
रिपैट्रिएशन कैंप पहले चला था, वो 1-2 महीने पहले चल रहा था।
मतलब तब तक रिपैट्रिएशन नहीं हुआ था?
No. During my time, no. I left before that because IMA the course was to start.
हाँ.
There also a little bit of training was required, so I was posted there a month before that.
और ये प्रयागराज में कहाँ पर था ये कैंप आपका?
Exact location I won't.
जनरल एरिया अगर याद हो? जनरल एरिया अगर याद हो आपको? Was it near GT Road?
To be very frank, I don't remember.
Okay.
I then another point, I just got married.
Okay.
So, remember, I don't remember. I was too young. And only thing is they were very happy. One thing was there when I got the posting. I'm lucky to command. I will be able to command the Pakistani soldiers. Though as we know what.
Okay.
That was the feeling was there. Even captain, the adjutant, what's the name, Surinder. He often to say, "Yes, sir, मैं बहुत खुश हूँ मैं क्यों भाई? पहले पाकिस्तानी को कंट्रोल कमान कर."
ये सुरेंद्र किस आर्म सर्विस के थे? कैप्टन सुरेंद्र एडजुटेंट. He was from which arm of service?
Prera, I think, gunner.
हाँ.
Surinder, even infantry.
याद नहीं.
नहीं याद.
Okay. DV सिंह आपने बोला SL officer.
I think Dogra something. I don't remember.
Okay. और आपके पास जो PW थे, they were NCOs and below.
No, petty officer भी थे.
अच्छा.
ACO भी on separate building. NCO भी थे.
हाँ.
वो भी. Pakistan Postal Service. Now Postal Service, the Government of India has authorized them postal service free of cost. And we used to tell them, especially just before the light off, that you better write home. We used to get inland letter. We used to give them write home, and they used to get a reply also. They used to get a reply. They were quite happy about it.
तो आपके कैंप में JCO, NCO, petty officer and other ranks also.
Yeah, both थे, mixed थे.
लगभग कितने लोग थे आपके कैंप में? How many total?
It was one battalion strength. It was about 900 something. I don't know exact figure.
Okay.
It's something like that. You know, total, there were 14 camps in India. In 14 camps, so in each camp there were what, sub camps, like 35, 36, 37, 38, depending upon the accommodation available. But there were certain places where they had only 3 sub camps.
Okay.
I don't know, Gwalior, then Jhansi, Veena.
Ranchi also.
Ranchi also, and Roorkee also. There were 14 places.
Okay.
Ajodhya, Dogra Center. Faizabad. In Bengal also.
Okay.
Panagarh, which places. There were 14 places.
अच्छा. आपके यहाँ कोई डिसिप्लिनरी केस उनको जो सजा देने का मौका आया हो? None.
We didn't have any. Unfortunate incident happened that they talked about. It's a 38 PW camp. Actually, we don't know. We were not there in that camp. What we heard, actually, they were being taken for various duties, working duties, all these sick report like that. It was at the gate itself. They were the guard, not more than 3 to 4 people, boys and all. So then they were being taken out for that purpose, something happened. So something happened, a guard and all, some post side and all. The fear was there, as I said earlier, as if they are being attacked. In self-protection, I would say.
Opened fire.
So 2-3 people got injured and later they died. Unfortunate. And I visited the officer when we used to talk to them. Often they used to ask this question. भाई आप अंदर जाते हो तो गार्ड लेके जाते हो, आर्म्ड गार्ड होती है या अनआर्म्ड गार्ड हो? तो he used to convey many things which somehow I didn't like. तो
ये जो गार्ड थे उनके ऊपर और सेंट्रीज, ये लोग सब आर्म, इनके पास वेपन्स थे, आर्म्ड होते थे.
जब वो ऑफिसर जैसे अंदर जाते हैं, उनसे बात करते हैं, इंस्पेक्शन कर रहे हैं, कार लेके जाते थे.
अच्छा.
को आर्म्ड कार लेके जाएं या अनआर्म्ड कार? तो आर्म्ड कार ले जाओगे तो राइफल उन्हें खींचने क्या होगा? So this sort of thing, fear was there of unknown. So that it happened. I think it's okay. But question is this: one has to be little, tactful. We have to place the guard and how to go, and they should be, looking for the officer, the JCO, those who are inside. And secondly, after you have stayed with them, you know their character. They will never attack you, because I found they were like a soldier and they didn't behave. For example, 96,000 is a large number.
Very large number.
Is a large number. How many incidents did we have? It goes to prove that they were very good soldier.
ये बहुत अच्छा एक अजीब एक्सपीरियंस था जो बहुत लोगों को, बहुत ही कम लोगों को देखने को मिला जिन्होंने PW कैंप में सर्विस की, who were posted to PW camp.
Yes, it is earlier when you get posting, यार मेरी actually posting आ रही थी पहले ही तो कैंसिल हो गई. The moment I got it, यार PW कैंप जा रहे हो, that sort of thing. मैं कहा so what? At that time I thought okay यार अच्छा है, वहाँ पर एक्सपीरियंस मिलेगा. But I knew it, I am going. So I made that, I knew it. And that was a good experience. I would say later on, that's a very good experience. 10 months I was there and came across various types of officers and the psyche of especially the PW. And secondly, when I went to IMA, over there, it was a little plus point. I could talk at length about the PW and the behavior, their conduct, their psyche, and about the Pakistan Army. I mean, to them. And even sometime I gave lecture also on this to the officers or those who weren't exposed to this sort of environment.
उस वक्त तक
Experience.
उस वक्त तक आपका सर्विस करीब 6 साल की थी.
Well, 66. I was 6 years.
So you would have done your JC.
I know, no.
JC नहीं किया था.
नहीं जैसे हमारे टाइम में 8-9 साल के बाद.
नहीं तो बटालियन में उस वक्त आप कंपनी कमांडर बने थे या नहीं? अपनी बटालियन में in the 4 Mech.
Came back to the battalion as a captain. Then I was there for some time again, posted out to Imtrat. उधर निकल गया as a company commander.
चलिए बहुत अच्छा आपसे जानकारी मिली. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.